Today I'm going to show you how you can take more control over the composition and layout of the images that you create in Midjourney. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is actually prompting, although it doesn't just end with the prompt, but there's a few things that we want to focus on. So I'm going to come here to create on the Midjourney website, and these same tools can work for Discord. I'll come up to my prompt bar and type in a prompt. So I have here a bald Shaolin monk, looking calm yet determined, cinematic kung fu movie screen cap, and I'm just going to submit that how it is. And you'll notice Midjourney's actually kind of picked a layout for it that's actually pretty consistent, but that's not necessarily a layout we're after. I mean, first of all, maybe this isn't the aspect ratio we want. So we do want to come down and choose the right aspect ratio here. I'm going to stick with square for now, but maybe I want to be a little bit closer. Maybe I want to get the angle. One of the most important things when I'm prompting in the beginning is to get the right angle. So I'm going to go use for that prompt. And at the very start, I'm going to say a low angle shot. And then in order to try and get the framing I want, I'm going to say extreme close up. So I have a low angle shot, extreme close up of a bald Shaolin monk, looking calm yet determined, cinematic movie screen cap. Hit enter. Much like a lot of our Midjourney prompts, we get a mixture. Sometimes we don't get what we want in every image, but we have two low angle shots here. So with the angle, you can say things like top view, low angle, high angle, side view. There's so many different angles you can take this from. And the reason we want to make sure the angle is set more appropriately is because that's what we have the least control over. Now, some of these images might be exactly what you want, and you might be able to stop there. You might need to resubmit a few times to get what you want. But otherwise, if we want to keep going to reframe, we've got to pick the image that we want to work with. If I decide I'm happy with this image, or let's say even this one, since we're a little bit closer up, one thing we're going to do is click on the image, and we have some options down here. Now the options I want to explore aren't here at the moment, so I need to go to more options. I'm going to turn on pan and zoom. For the next step, I also want to make sure more options are selected, but also you'll find the same zoom and pan options on Discord. So for one, if I wanted to zoom out, I can click these buttons like 1.5, and you can see how we were able to quite easily zoom out. Now there is a way to zoom in, but we're going to cover that later in the video because it takes a little bit more. But if we were looking to something that is not quite central, like maybe you wanted a YouTube thumbnail or something with some space to put text over to one side, we can pan. So if I want space on the left, I click the left arrow. If I want space on the right, I click the right arrow. And of course, if I want to go space at the bottom or space at the top, I use these arrows to add to the image. So if I want to add, say, to the left of this image, I click the pan to the left, and we are then able to pan off to the left and create space. So that's not complete control of the layout, but it's definitely a big step. Perhaps the most effective way to control layout is to go back to our original image, but this time I come down to editor. So you will need to do this on the website and not Discord. And now with the editor, if we want to keep the same image square, we can do that, and we can sort of zoom out a bit if we want to and make some of the same steps, move them off to one side even. But if I want to change the aspect ratio to say 16:9, again, maybe making a YouTube thumbnail, I click 16:9 at the top. And to some degree I can enlarge him, but there's a bit of a cap. And again, I'm going to cover that in a bit more detail in a little bit. But I move across. So he's off to one side, I leave some space off to the left. But this time, just to be on the safe side, I don't want a monk in the background. So I'm just going to say, extend image, hit submit. And we've been able to basically place our subject where we want in the aspect ratio that we want in the scene. So that is, as far as default Midjourney practices go, the best way to position a photo within any size. And also using the angle in your prompt is what will get you the right angle of your image. But there's still more that we can do. What if I really wanted to zoom in on this guy's face and have it sort of set off to one side or pretty much anywhere, maybe even the bottom part of the thumbnail? Well, this time when I go into the editor, I change it to 16:9. It still has extend image here. You may have to type that again, but if I try to enlarge it to a certain point, it stops. And if I try to bring this in to here, like this all looks like it could be quite effective, but when I go to submit, we get an error. So what is the best step to take from here? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to close the editor, open up our image, and I'm going to pick between a subtle and a creative upscale. I'm going to submit both. So I've got both a subtle and a creative, so upscale on the go. Head back out to my create. I review both images. In this instance, I think the subtle is the better image, so I'm going to download this image. But I've come to Google because I want to crop the image. Now, if you have Photoshop or another program, you can use that instead, but I'm going to come down to the search bar, type in Adobe Image Cropper, hit Google search, and you'll see here, free image cropper. I'm going to click on that. I can go upload your photo, or I can drag and drop my image in. Now, we're not simply cropping to zoom in. We are cropping because we want to frame up the image we want. Cropping will not add resolution to the image, and it could make the image lower resolution. So what I'm going to do is crop in to about where we want. So maybe we don't want to see the mouth. We want to crop, say, the eyes and nose. So I've got this image section here. I just simply drag the handles into position, and when I'm done, I hit download. I then save my image, go back to Midjourney. Now, if you have this available, head to Edit. Now, at the time of recording, you do need to have an account for at least a year or an annual account to access this, but it will roll out to everyone soon enough. I get a little welcome to the Midjourney editor. I'm just going to click next. I'm going to click start creating, and then I can use an uploaded image. So that's when I take our cropped image and drag it in, and it will automatically frame up the image to the right aspect ratio. We're going to come down here and change that to 16:9. Grab my move and resize tool and position it where I want. Keeping in mind, if there's anything you want to remove, you can grab the eraser tool and remove some of those sections from here. And now, when we're ready, we come up to the prompt bar. I'm just going to type in extend image, submit. But again, if there's something specific you want to see, add that into your prompt. Otherwise, pick from these four the one you think looks the best. I'm going to pick this one here. Once again, it gives me some space for this YouTube thumbnail. He's been cropped off, but if I want to increase the size of it, even though it's an uploaded image, I can still say upscale to gallery. So I click that, head to my create page, and Midjourney has actually upscaled this image, even though it's an upload. So you can see here, I zoom in on the image, all the details are nice and sharp, and it's done a pretty good job with that upscale. And of course, it is framed up exactly how I wanted it. I've got my low angle, and I was able to move him into the position I want. And if I can actually crop and upload, I can control the zoom in factor of the image. So there are some phrases that I want to share with you in a minute that will help you to get the right layout or angle, but let's just cover the steps. If we don't need to zoom in, all we need to do is simply prompt for our image, prioritize the angle of the shot. Once we have it, we can use pan or zoom, or go into the editor to position our image or subject where we want it within the aspect ratio, and then we just extend the image to fill in what's left. However, if we need to zoom in, what we do is we upscale our original image, download it, crop it online with a free tool or whatever tool you use, and then bring it into the Midjourney image editor. Same process, we choose our aspect ratio and position that image where we want it. Now, there are a few phrases that you can use, such as for the angle, but also some photography phrases. So for instance, if I go back to create, I get our Shaolin monk and I use that prompt, get rid of what we have here. If I say head and shoulders portrait of a bald Shaolin monk, the rest of it, hit enter. You can see we get some portraits of some monks, head and shoulders. And there are terms like that, such as photography terms that you can use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a video on the screen right now. This video goes into great detail, different phrases you can use to take control of the layout of your images. Otherwise, that's the video for today. If you like the video, please give it a like. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.